On guys, it's Dilogy coming at you guys with another video. Today, Exo Zombies dropped this morning, I think. I've already played it. I'll get into that at the end of the video here. Let's start it off where I left off last time. I was talking about Call of the Dead. So now I'm going to go ahead and talk about Shangri-La, which is up next in the Call of Duty Zombies, whatever you want to call it, plethora of maps. In the background, I have Nocturne and Toten. I think I'm on round 4. It's not too exciting, but hopefully the commentary makes up for it a little bit. If you guys enjoy zombies, hopefully it's a little fun to watch. Shangri-La is next up on the list. Shangri-La was probably my favorite Easter egg map, mostly because I completed the Easter egg with me and a few of my buddies, and we actually got the whole Easter egg done from beginning to end, and that was super fun. I loved it to pieces. It was just a blast doing the Easter egg because I've never done that before. I've always watched YouTubers do the Easter egg, and I didn't watch, or I mean I didn't play it. So this is really cool because I actually got to do the Easter egg. Me and a few of my buddies spent about 5 or 6 hours doing the Easter egg, and it's actually a huge pain in the ass, but it's super rewarding when you get it, which I think is why they make the Easter eggs, because none of them are meant to be easy. But it was a blast. I love doing it. So this map definitely ranks up there for me in my top 5. It's probably 4 or 5. I'm not really sure. So that is definitely up there. In this map, they had a few new things: napalm zombies, shrieker zombies, monkeys were back, and they also had the spike more, which I really liked. So that was neat. They also had a new weapon, the shrink gun thing. That was pretty cool. Anything new is always neat when zombies come out. I always love doing that. It's always new stuff is always the coolest part. So let's go ahead and go on to the next map, the 11th map in the zombies mode. Moon. I got Moon. I didn't really care for Moon. It definitely ranked towards the bottom for me. I don't really know where at, but it'd definitely be towards the bottom. The Easter egg was really cool to watch and really cool to learn about because I really like the zombies story. But it talks a lot about Samantha and Richtofen's grand scheme and Max's. So that was really cool. Definitely put Richtofen in a bad light after you learn all the stuff that he's wanting to do. So that was really neat. But overall, I didn't really care for Moon. The map just kind of, it was alright, I guess. It just kind of a pain in the ass. I say that about a lot of these maps, but I don't know. I never really cared for Moon. But it wasn't a bad map. I just never got into it, really. So let's go ahead and move on to the first map of Black Ops 2, which is Green Run. Green Run, I would have to say, also, well, you know, I can't rank it towards like the very bottom, but it wouldn't be at the top of my list. And that's just because, you know, overall, the map just, when the fog and the difficulty that it is to just maneuver around the map, like if the bus isn't there, you know, you really can't do much. Obviously you can run through the fog and get those freaking annoying ass zombie monkey things crawling on your face and sucking on your mouth, and that's annoying, but you know, the building was really neat. I liked that. That was cool. That was a really cool addition for me. But overall, I didn't really care for it. Just the overall lack of maneuverability is just what bothers me the most. But the new characters, they weren't bad. Didn't mind them. But they also play into the grand scheme, Richtofen's grand scheme. If you want to look into that, I'll put a link in the description on how you can look into Richtofen's grand scheme. Nuketown Zombies is next. I think they came out together. I think you could have got Nuketown Zombies if you pre-ordered or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But this map wasn't all that bad. It was just small, obviously, because it's Nuketown. So it wasn't too bad. Like I said, it's just small. It's hard. I mean, it's actually a pretty easy map to get some trains going, but overall, it's just a little tiny to really get into and play for a really long time. You get kind of bored just running around the same spot the whole entire map, or the whole entire time you play. So kind of annoying. Next up, Die Rise, probably my third favorite map in all of Zombies. I know a lot of people don't really like this map. I think, I'm not really sure. I just assume that not many people like it because I know it could be pretty annoying when you just fall off the map, or you fling yourself with that little flinger. You just fling yourself off the map. But overall, I loved this map. There were some really good spots to train, and it was really fun to use that slickifier and watch zombies just slide all over the place. And then you could shoot one zombie, and you could line up a whole train of zombies with one shot from that slickifier. That was just the coolest thing for me. Just getting one big ass train and just shooting one of them, and it just bounces from one after the other. So that was pretty cool. Next up, Mob of the Dead, probably my second favorite map. I loved Alcatraz. Like, I always got into that. I watched so many documentaries on Alcatraz when I was younger, and it was always the coolest thing for me to watch. It also introduced Electric Cherry, Blundergat, and Brutus, the big ass guy that chased after you. Hell's Retriever was in there, the Tomahawk that you could upgrade, which was cool. There's 4 different versions of the Blundergat, which was awesome. I loved that. I loved how you could just choose what you wanted. You could either get the Sweeper, the Blundergat, the Acid Gat, or I think there was an upgraded Acid Gat, maybe? Yeah, I think that's right. But that was really cool for me. I loved that map. I actually streamed that map for probably about 6 hours last night, and I got to around, I think, 29 or 30 by myself, and that was a blast. I love doing that. And another thing, the cool little thing on there, you get that golden spork that was like a one-hit kill. It's around like 40 something or 50, I don't even know, 30 maybe. I'm not really sure. But that map was sick. Loved it. Probably my second favorite map out of the whole thing. Next up, Buried. Buried I really enjoyed. It's probably top 5 or 6 for me. I really like the underground thing. The witches were kind of annoying, but other than that, it was overall just a fun map to play. It was different. It was underground. You know, the whole thing was just cool. It had the few new guns, the pistol, the paralyzer. It also had a time bomb, I think. And then you had that big giant guy that helped you out all the time. I thought that was so cool that they brought that in. Brought like a friendly guy in that you had to get to help you do stuff. That was cool. I just always love new things that come into Call of Duty, especially zombies. Next up and last in Black Ops 2, the last Treyarch Zombies map, which is the 17th overall, is Origins. I never really got into Origins. I played it probably 3 or 4 times, and it was just so hard to play because it's so fast paced. I just wasn't used to it. And Black Ops 2 is about over, and I don't know how the hell I got out of that right there. But Black Ops 2 is almost over, so I just kind of didn't really get into Origins. But watching other people play it, I've watched Syndicate play it quite a bit, and it's fun to watch if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, you literally have no fucking idea how to do anything on that map. So, I'd rather just not get into it personally. So there is, from beginning to end, Treyarch Zombies. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put number 1 as Derice, number 2 as Mob of the Dead, number 3 Die Rise, number 4 Shangri-La, number 5 Buried, and then the rest after that is just kind of a blur, just bleh, they all kind of mix in with one another because they're not really my favorites. So yeah, and then guys, I played Exo Zombies a little bit today. I got to around 22 by myself for the first time. It's a lot different than Treyarch Zombies for sure. You can't really train because the Exo Zombies kind of fly at you. But overall, it's fun to play, and I enjoyed it. I had fun playing it. I could definitely play it for hours and hours on end. Definitely gonna have a stream going for that sometime, probably this week, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I got to get some homework and stuff done, but I'll definitely have some videos coming up of Exo Zombies for sure. The one cool thing about Exo Zombies is you keep your perks. I guess if you want to call them perks in this game, I don't really know what to call them. Perks, I guess, the Exo abilities. You keep your Juggernog and all that stuff after you go down. So that's really cool because, you know, as you guys know, Treyarch Zombies, you go down, you lose all your perks, and that's usually how people freaking fail on round 80 or wherever you're at. You usually go down, and then you got to run all the way across the map and get Juggernog, and you can't make it there because you get 2 hit by 10 trillion zombies, and you're just fucked. So, but that's pretty cool. You get to keep all your perks when you go down. The only one you don't get to keep when you're in solo is Quick Revive. So you revive yourself. You lose that when you go down. So that's you know, that makes sense. But pretty cool how you keep all your perks. I enjoyed that. Another thing, the one thing that I've learned since I started playing today is that the only things that'll screw you over in solo is those freaking zombies that infect you. I don't know if you guys have been watching any gameplay. If you haven't, I'll put up some videos probably later this evening, maybe. Yeah, I'll put up some videos later this evening, or a video about Exo Zombies. But one thing that is just a pain in the ass when you're playing solo is those zombies that infect you, because you get fucked in the ass when you're trying to run places and you're trying to jump, dodge zombies, and you have to go heal yourself in the infected chamber thing that cleanses you. It's almost impossible when you're solo to hold off the zombies and go heal yourself. So I went down 3 times. I lost all 3 of my quick revives just on those the infected zombies, the ones that make you infected. So I guess that's my thing. But other than that, it's a blast playing. Like I said, I'll have a video out. I'll put a link in the description for Richthofen's Grand Scheme if you guys haven't read it. It's really interesting. It's really fun to read if you're into zombies. So yeah, guys, this has been part 2 of my top to bottom, past to present view of Call of Duty Zombies. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope the background wasn't too boring. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.